I went through the products on the True catalog and identified the ones that have reviews on Amazon. And these are the ones that came up with some volume. For glassware, it seems like maybe 2 million annual revenue. And for these other ones, it's a million. And I'll get to how I got the figures. Jungle Scout data wasn't accurate for sales figures, but it was helpful in getting data dumps and to get, like, for example, this is the French press category, and I have total the reviews which I think are accurate from what I've checked. So in the total, there was like 9,000 reviews. Then I assumed 20 sales per review, which is around what I have gotten, what online blog seems to say. So that shows this figure of units that have been sold. And then I kind of saw from the date first started, I've assumed that there's been these number of units over 5 years. So to annualize it, I've divided by five, and this is the number for the annual. And then this is the figure for the price, the retail price. It's a weighted average, which comes to that amount. And with that, I then have estimated the annual size of the French press category at this figure. I wanted to get the French press figures because I already sell it. And based on this projection method, it's coming from annualized to monthly sales of 3,000 units per month. And Sypology's monthly sale is like 230. So it's showing 7.4% market share. And I would have thought I would get 10% of the sales, but I think 7.4% seems kind of accurate. So this is mainly to see that the projection method, if it seems to make sense. And I think maybe it does. So I've used the same method for all the projections. Next, I wanted to work out the FOB target price, how much the items would need to be, so bought for. So for this, what I've worked backwards from the Amazon selling price. This is removing GST, then Amazon commission, FBA fees, and then that's the realized price net of fees and tax. Then after that, I've tried to say to keep a 50% margin on the X warehouse cost. So again, I've gone backwards to the X warehouse cost. So this is the target X warehouse cost. This is the 50% margin. And by adding them, we get the realized price, which moves forward to the retail price. Now, after the X warehouse cost, I've got the freight and clearing based on actual from my past import. That's this amount. Then there's customs duty at 23%, which will be applicable to these items. That's there. And then after that, that's the target FOB price. And then there is the target FOB price per dollar and then I've just divided, to be able to to see the FOB price of any item. So by dividing it by this, which will be used later on in the presentation. This is an example of all the different types of analysis of each item type. Over here, what I've done is I've picked out two of the top selling. Firstly, whiskey. I've had to segregate between high end and low end because some were the lower priced items and some were the higher priced items. So for the lower priced ones, this is the market size based on the same method. This is the number of reviews in the category. This is the reviews of the item. Um, and then there's the share of the reviews. This is the retail price that they retail for set off. And then I've got the FOB divider. And that's basically what this is showing. And this is how it is for all of them, that for these different products, based on their retail price, what would be the FOB price that would work and also enable us to keep a 50% margin on the X warehouse cost. That covers the sales and cost projection. Just like the last slide, the same has been done for all the other items I had listed with screenshots of the top selling Amazon items. It's mainly to give an idea of which items are selling and the kind, I've also kept a photo of a customer review. So some of the items, if you notice, the photo which they show and then the customer, it's a bit different. And, you know, even the highly rated wine glasses, which are really cheap, when they look really good on the front image, but when you look at the customer image, it looks quite like the glass is thick and not clear and not very good. So that's why even the what I call standard, I've called it standard and premium of the same maybe wine glass. It would be, I think there's huge volume at certain prices, and it's not fixed to that because if a customer, sees something which is maybe 20% more expensive or 10% more expensive, but is clearly better quality, I do think that customers will go for it. So the FOB figures that I've taken out is just a example. It's not like I think that's the only price that'll work. It's just a combination of quality and price. And the video presentation was just to talk through the method of the projection. And I will be in touch to discuss this further. Thanks.